Hi, my name is Elizabeth de la Cruz, and I will be telling you the story about the Golden Touch. The Golden Touch is a fairy tale about a king that is very greedy and he loves gold. And at the end of the fairy tale, you will see how he learned a lesson about this. This is the way the story was told to me, so now I'm going to tell it to you that way. The Golden Touch. A long time ago, there lived this king that loved gold. This king was named Midas. He had a daughter that he loved dearly, but he also loved gold. He was always thinking of new ways of getting more gold. And how was he going to get more gold? He would tax his people more every year just so he can get more gold. One day, a magician came to town, and he realized, oh my goodness, the magician can probably do something to help me get more gold. So he went searching for the magician, and when he found the magician, he said, how can you help me to get more gold? I want more gold. And the magician, of course, trying to satisfy the king, said, I know what I can do. I can give you the golden touch. The king said, the golden touch? What's the golden touch? He said, the golden touch is a power that you have. When you touch anything, it will turn into gold. The king was ecstatic when he heard this and said, yes, yes, please give me the golden touch. The magician casted a spell, did a little chant, and voila, the king had the golden touch. The king, right away, King Midas, he went and he started touching everything. He touched the grass, and the grass turned into gold. He touched the tree turned into gold. Anything he touched was turning into gold. How wonderful for him. He went home, and that night, and when he was about to eat supper, his spoon turned into gold. He touched his food, and his food turned into gold. At this moment, he thought, how can I do? How can I do it so my food doesn't turn into gold? I will worry about that in the morning. I have too many things to touch to turn into gold at this point. That night, he went to sleep. The next day when he woke up, he remembered about his magic powers, and he went and he wanted to tell his daughter about them. So he ran outside, and his daughter was outside in the garden, which she loved. She took pride in her garden because she just loved flowers and roses. When he saw his daughter, he said, daughter, guess what? I have the golden touch. His daughter thought, what is the golden touch? He said, that anything I touch, it turns into gold. His daughter, not being very amused because she didn't love gold, just said, okay, Dad, that's great, because her dad was happy. That made her happy. So the king said, do you want to know how it works? And the daughter said, no, Dad, that's okay. So the king, satisfied with her answer, said, what do you have here, daughter? And she said, it's my wonderful rose bush. Isn't it lovely? The king said, oh yes, very lovely. So when he was going to grab a rose, the rose turned into gold. The rose bush turned into gold. The daughter saw this and frantically started crying and said, no, Dad, what did you do? You turned my rose bush into gold. I can't feel my roses, my flowers anymore. The dad, not liking seeing his daughter crying or saddened, he reached over to give her a hug, and as he hugged her, she turned into gold. Oh, what have I done? Thought the king. What have I done? My daughter has turned into gold. How can I bring my daughter back? That's when he realized that wasn't such a good idea to have the golden touch. So what he did is he ran to go search for the magician again. When he found the magician, he cried and said, please reverse my spell. I don't want things to turn into gold. I want them to turn back to normal. The magician had pity on him and said, I will grant you that wish again. So he did a chant, reversed the spell, and King Midas, the first thing he did is he ran to his daughter to touch her so she can be turned back to normal. His daughter was turned back to normal, and King Midas went and touched everything else to turn it back to normal. Soon did he realize, and there did he realize, it's not such a good idea to love gold as much as I have been loving gold. So King Midas, since then, stopped loving gold and started loving everything else around him and found the beauty in everything else. I hope you enjoyed my story. It was the golden touch, and that's the way I learned it. Thank you.